Beattie Buffs episode.
Ooh.
Sound check. Cooks taste good.
Take a couple more sips of wine.
What the fuck does that mean?
No, because you're doing good.
This is Beattie Buffs. I'm Paul Beattie. For anybody who watches this who possibly doesn't know who I am, I feel like everybody kind of favors the big blockbusters sometimes, and they don't really delve into what makes a good movie. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I don't say fuck too many times, but nobody's really keeping count. I already kind of started with one, so there's one. And she writes fuck on the, she's gonna keep tallying. I have what I like to call a completely unbiased grading system that every movie can apply to. Whether it's, a lot of people look down on horror movies, but you can have a really good horror movie, and by following these categories, it should apply. So the first one is acting. It's fairly self-explanatory. Movies are all based around fucking imaginary people talking to other imaginary people, sometimes on imaginary sets, where you don't even know that there is a 30-foot gorilla in front of your face with its butt cheeks spread apart. I don't know. I have no idea. But The Rock will probably touch on that ground in his next movie. I think Rampage it's called. Used to be a video game back in the day, but we'll move on. Acting, did they do it well? Proper casting. Now, that is very important. You do not want to have, you just don't want to have, like whitewashing. Everybody was pissed about Ghost in a Shell or whatever the fuck it was. We kind of fell asleep through it, but I'm going to probably try to watch it again. Anyway, stuff like that. Put in the right person in the right spot to make the right moves, to, twiddle our fancies. A super, super, super important category known as character development. Do we really give a shit about the main character? Do we give a shit about the villain? Do we give a shit about the chick that he's banging at the time? Or the chick that the chick is banging at the time? I don't know. It's 2017? 18. Yeah. Progression. You gotta build a personality to the character. All characters. Fairly well. Moving on. Storyline. There's gotta be some type of a message in there. You can't just kind of be shooting skeet all over the place and just doing whatever the fuck you want. Beginning, middle, and end. Those are really important. Sometimes not always, because Memento totally fucking went backwards. But turned out really good because Guy Pearce and Christopher Nolan, fucking amazing. Man, I'm tallying up the fucks right now. A lot of people might not know about editing. It's fairly close to my heart right now, which is kind of why I'm doing this. Also, why I do a lot of action sequences with the whole parkour team thing. Check that out if you would like to. Warriors Parkour, we're Tucson's only parkour team. With the editing, it's just, having transitions connect to each other. Having scenes flow fairly well. That's the basics of editing. Does everything flow together? Helping the story. Camera work. Camera work is, a lot of people say, movies are fairly simple, but with camera work, the right shot makes everything. It makes the scene what it is. It is simplicity in its own sense. I mean, go watch fucking Drive, because camera work in there is insane. It's insane. The color scheme, all that stuff. I'll probably do one on Drive because of how much I love that fucking movie. So that one would probably be a solid 10. Solid. Putting a Boston thing in it. Just proper shots, pretty stuff, action sequences being filmed the right way, and just, getting through it like that, having everything flow together. Not everything needs to be shot like this, like a vlog, like this. Anyways, proper CGI, near and dear to my heart. I can't tell you how much I fucking hate CGI. It is the bane of my existence, I would say. If you do it properly, it's not so bad. Kick-Ass, for instance, fantastic. Repo Men, fantastic CGI. You don't have to shove it down everybody's fucking throat like G.I. Joe with Channing Tate balls and it's just it was a little fucking ridiculous. The backgrounds were all like go to New Zealand. They just did a green screen surroundings, green screen everything. They put a green screen condom on Channing Tatum to make his wang look. I don't. That's not true, but I'm sure that they did that. Probably not. He's probably packing a lot. Channing Tatum's fantastic character.
Ooh, gay moment.
Person, not character. Human being.
Moving
Sorry,
on.
I'm thinking about him.
No more gayness.
In Magic Mike. All right, shake it off. Shake it off. What was I talking about? So you don't always have to CGI everything. That's the whole point of it. Yeah, okay. Sometimes Star Wars you gotta CGI. They're not gonna go up to space and shoot a fucking movie up there. Very expensive. Also, a giant slap in the face to like non-profit organizations that you could probably donate that money to, but we just spent it on a movie in space. So, proper CGI, do it right. Don't use it at all. Use fucking makeup effects because I like makeup effects. Everybody really likes makeup effects. We're gonna move on though because we're gonna go to music, which is very important to me at least. A lot of people just they kind of, you know, if a movie has a good soundtrack, they're gonna be like, oh, glorious soundtrack. We got a pity party over here. Flows with the movie so much. Good God, I can't give a greater example of a shitty, stupid Gatsby. The new Gatsby with Leo DiCaprio. Leo's a man. He still couldn't fucking save that movie regardless. You had Jay-Z do the soundtrack. It's like a hip-hop soundtrack in a time that was, you know, Jeepers, Creepers, da, 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 da. So put some of that shit in there. I know that song's a little annoying and, you know, it pertains to a horror movie classic, I guess it would be, but it's in that time frame. Use the damn music. Music can make or break a movie in mine because even a movie that doesn't have any music in it, sometimes it can crash and burn because it should have had it. Originality is, God, it's kind of hard nowadays to just be original. Take myself for instance, fucking ton of people doing vlogs. I'll put that out there right fucking now. Just a shit ton of people doing vlogs. Hopefully I can do something a little bit different. Hopefully people find me funny. They're like, who's the big-headed guy with the emo hair and the Twilight teeth? You know, the big names: Tarantino, Del Toro, Nicholas Winding Refn, even Robert Rodriguez. They do a lot of original type of stuff, but their own style. So very, very important now. Humor is going to be the last one. Not every movie is a comedy. Very important to elaborate on that. Sometimes I see a lot of stoners in movies that they probably shouldn't have been in because they were expecting something else. Or fuck it, maybe that they were in there expecting to just trip absolute balls in a horror movie and then they're what? But humor is important. It needs to be in every movie because it's in everyday life. Sometimes funny shit happens. There are 10 categories for a reason. 10 points, 10 categories. You can get half points. You can't get more than a point. You can get less than a point. So you can get like a 0.6 or like a 0.5 or a 0.69.
But
I only give those to like Nymphomaniac or anything like that. Anything like in the sexual 50 Shades of Gay, Gray. You can get a fucking 1, movie 43, whatever that was. It was like the worst movie I've ever seen. Terrible, terrible time. Shoot whoever made that movie. And grading system's fairly simple. 10 out of 10. Easy peasy.
it's recording.
Is it? My girlfriend is a very good writer. If you would like to follow her Instagram page, I think it's Write Like a Lady. I think it is. That's her approval. Thanks for the plug, and you're welcome. We'll sex later. Let me pick that up.
Okay.
Or my sensei is gonna get it. Hold on, let me show you my sensei. This is sensei. Can you see him?
Lift him up higher.
Hold on, I'll touch his penis if I. Oh god. This is sensei. Okay, go. Dog smile.